It's on. Take two.
Well, hello there.
Welcome to Maniacal Monday.
Hey guys, welcome to In Future Tense, Real Talk. We're going to have an interesting time. This is actually the second take I've had on this piece because the first take I chopped off my head with the camera. So don't worry, it's still here. It's all in one piece, but we're going to have to do this again, and I am out of time for today, so I'm going to have to make it a little bit shorter than it usually would be. But today's topic is American politics and religion, and how can we all get along? Now, we are faced with an interesting problem in this country right now because we are all rallying and we are all choosing sides. We all have different perspectives, we all have different beliefs, we all have different understandings of the universe. There's no right or wrong per se as far as what you believe. The hard part is where those things come into focus with right or wrong as we people understand it morally. That's where we're having issues. Because some groups of people think other groups of people are inferior. Now, some may have medical problems where they are inferior. Some people may think that some people are ignorant. Some people may be ignorant. Now, I'm not saying who, and I'm not trying to say that I stand by these people. I do not. I believe that everyone is equal, handicapped or not, ignorant or not. We're all human beings. But the point is, some people do. There's the KKK, there's some very aggressive Black Panthers, there's Al-Qaeda. I'm not putting these all on the same level, but I am saying they're all wrong. I am not racist like that. I am not ignorant like that. I know that we are all mortal human beings. I know that we are all the same on the inside. Color on the outside is just color on the outside. It doesn't matter. That doesn't affect how you breathe, how you live, how you think, how you walk, how you talk. That's all something that you have the choice of how to do it. The problem in America is we think that we're better than certain groups of people, or we think that we have more entitlement than other groups of people, or that things should work a certain way. You have the right to believe what you want to believe and to say what you want to believe. I will never take that away from anyone. The part that we have trouble understanding is what we are legally or society, what we are legally able to do or what society will allow us to do. That's the part you have to be considerate of. You should never have to feel judged or restricted because of your skin color, your race, religion, culture, sexual orientation, just like the labor laws, guys. You should never feel repressed for that. If you do, something's wrong. You need to go somewhere else. You need to affect change legally for that. You need to file your complaints. You need to put your paperwork together, make a case, take it to court, take it to the government. That's what you need to do. Petitions are there for a reason. Of course, if you're being assaulted for something, defend yourself, please. Do not let anyone hurt you for being who you are. You are beautiful and you are appreciated for who you are. There are people I don't agree with in this country. There are things I don't like in this country. I do not believe that I have the right to beat up people, to shoot people, to blow up people, to run people over with cars based off something so small as a belief. because everyone sees the world differently. Everyone understands things differently. And we are entitled to that. That is how our mind works. We cannot control how our mind works. We can choose the actions, and we can choose to change how our mind works as far as ideology goes, but functionally our mind sees things a certain way and it reacts. That's just instinct. I'm not excusing bad behavior, but I am saying you have a choice in what you do after your brain has taken what you have been given and processes it. You cannot affect your brain processing things, but you can affect what you can do with that information. That's the part we need to be responsible for. That's what today's episode is really all about. So real talk, guys. In a country where racism is so prevalent, in a country where Trump is so hated by very large groups of people, where people are suffering for past wrongs, where people are suffering because of poverty, because of famine, because of the job market, we need to be very considerate of how people see the world. But we do not have to be tolerant of how people break the law. That's where things come into focus, because belief is a very broad thing. Everybody believes something different, even if you're in the same group of people. But no one has the right to hurt another human being because of a belief. You have a right to defend yourself. You have a right to say what you think about your beliefs. You have a right to be you. But you don't have a right to hurt anyone. You don't have a right to force anyone to change their mind. And you don't have a right to entitlement. You are due what you work for. You are due what the system offers you. But you are not due anything that you demand. And you are not due anything from anyone else. Unless they give it to you. We are all flesh and bone. We are all beautiful human beings made for good things. Now, parents and the government and the world has given us a hard piece to bite off and to live with. No matter how you live, there's always something that's going to be negative in your life growing up. What is important is that you have a choice in whether or not you're going to react well or not to that. Every person at some point is given a choice to do good or to do evil with their life. You are my brothers and you are my sisters. And I love you for who you are and for what you believe, so long as you believe it, because it is who you are, not because of peer pressure or because of indoctrination. Make a choice to open your horizon and to see things as they are and as your mind processes them. And then take that information and then share it with the rest of us so we can grow, so we can change, so we can be better people. American politics and religion. It's a huge conflict that can only be resolved by love and sharing. Please make sure that you know what you believe and why you believe it. Please be open to sharing that with the rest of us. Please be willing to make a change for the better. And please be productive with whatever you say and whatever you do. And believe me, it's a trial, and I have been learning this the hard way a lot lately. But we're each capable of great things. And the only way we're going to be able to find peace, as a nation, as a world, is if we love and share positivity. Real talk, guys. You can't affect how your brain sees things, but you can affect what you do with the things that you see. I hope that makes sense. I hope you all learned something from this. I hope I haven't offended anybody, because my intention is only to help everyone grow and change and be better versions of themselves. Be the best you that you can be. I love you all. And I hope to see you next week as we take our trip to Disneyland and explore what human ingenuity and love can really do. This has been In Future Tense, Real Talk with James Hahn. Until next week, or until the next vlog, stay woke and carry on. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today on another episode of Maniacal Monday. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and subscribe or click the like button or even leave a comment. If you didn't like what you saw, of course, there's always a thumbs down. Let me know how I can improve my content. Let me know what you're interested in. I'll try and direct my actions accordingly. And if you're interested in supporting me financially, please feel free to check out the Patreon link in my description and help me out with that. The more I make, the more I can do for you guys. And if you support me, I will personally take your phone calls and we'll discuss what we can do in future episodes. Thanks again. Either way, I appreciate you guys coming along for the journey.